What's going on, everybody? This is Joe, and I am here live at Champion Card Collector in Poughkeepsie, New York for the Magic the Gathering Marvel's Spider-Man pre-release. And in fact, not only that, but today I'm here opening not one, not two, but three pre-release kits of Magic the Gathering Marvel's Spider-Man. I mentioned it during one of our other videos this week, but it is a very awkward name for the set, but, you know, here we are, nonetheless. Here is what the side of the box looks like. We're only going to look at the outside of the box once, because obviously the other two boxes will be exactly the same, and then we will look at the stuff that is different. Friendly, amazing, spectacular. Now that's really cool. So for folks that are unfamiliar with Spider-Man, I'll give some explanation where I can, as a big Marvel fan myself. I know some things, I don't know everything, I'm no expert, but the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, obviously, there's the Amazing Spider-Man and the Spectacular Spider-Man are the names of at least two of the comic franchises. So that's really cool. You've got the start of the art over here with Spider-Man. You've got, this is the symbol that they have. This is what the +1/+1 counters look like. And or, oh, they got little Spider-Man symbols. Okay, so there are no, like, there's got to be stun counters in the set, no? Interesting. They usually have, like, the different symbols. Oh, it says Oscorp here. That's cool. Okay, so Norman Osborn, aka Green Goblin, that's his company. And sure enough, speaking of which, if you can see in there, there's Green Goblin on his Goblin glider. Okay, and all of those cards, all those characters available in the set as well. This is cool looking. Look at that. Okay, I like all that. So let's see what we've got inside. First of all, we have the black D20 with the set symbol as the 20. We can leave that over here. We got the red one to start. And next, we will look at, we've got the packs here. We'll leave those on the side. That's what we're mainly here for, of course. We've got the insert telling you how to build a pre-release deck. Very helpful for pre-release itself, for newer players especially. And then, of course, they turned this into an ad, which I hate when they do that, but that's, you know, that's me personally. Continue your Magic the Gathering journey, and it tells you about play boosters, collector boosters, bundles, scene boxes, and gift bundles. And then the little QR code for where to buy the product and the little logo and all that. Usually there's like some like lore type thing in here, but of course there is no MTG lore from this, so there you go. This is the divider that is included in the boxes. With the like old art Green Goblin on there as well. And then the more important stuff, right? The cards themselves. What do we get? In here we have our promo foil rare or mythic. And I'm opening it. We start very, very well with a mythic in Cosmic Spider-Man. Insane. We got to play with this card during the streamer event, which if you missed it, you should definitely go check it out. It's on the channel. It is 12 hours long, so, you know, maybe watch some of it. But if you want to skip ahead, there is a draft that we did where we got Cosmic Spider-Man, and we got it to work multiple times. So this card is very good. You do need the weight. You do need to be able to cast it. And if you can't, don't try it. But we will see in our packs if we are able to cast this 5-color card. Because if you're unfamiliar, what I try to do when I'm opening these kits is I try to say like, oh, okay, I would make this type of a deck or whatever. So I would love to hear from all of you what type of a deck you would make if you opened this kit at pre-release. And then obviously for the other two that we do as well. But we start with a Mysterio's Phantasm, an Angry Rabble, Craven's Cats, not bad, a Swarm Being of Bees. I'll have to give this card to Amy, my wife Amy, a big fan of bees. We have a Thwip. Ooh, I like that art a lot on Thwip. We have a News Helicopter, a Bagel and Schmear. Yeah, that's right. Bagel and Schmear. We have a Mob Lookout. Not a bad card. A Spider Suit is our first uncommon. Interesting. I'm not a big fan of this card personally. That's just me, maybe. This card I am a big fan of. Vulture Scheming Scavenger. It may be 6 mana, but trust me when I tell you, It is very easy to get villains. And if you're in the villains deck, which is the blue-black deck, this card is an incredible finisher. 6 mana, 4/6 flyer, and when it attacks, other villains gain flying until end of turn. Incredible. And it's our second uncommon. And then we have Spider, or SPDR, piloted by Penny, as our third uncommon. Now, the way that play booster packs work is that after the first 3 uncommons, there are a lot of different options for what you could get. You could get another uncommon, you could get a rare, you could get a mythic. I think you could just get like a flip card or something. So I'm not sure what our next card is, but we shall see. It is a rare in Hide on the Ceiling. I'm not as in love with this card. I think it's fine. I mean, obviously, the whole thing with web slinging cards is that they typically will have benefits when they enter and or when they leave. And so using this on those, and I think web slinging is white-blue, so using this on those cards would be very beneficial. And so, or maybe white-blue is modified, but so I don't remember. But using this on web slinging creatures is very beneficial because they're going to have enter the battlefield effects. And honestly, you're going to have some, in general, creatures that have enter the battlefield effects. So this will be pretty good. And then it does say owner's control. So you could do it to opponents' cards as well, especially if they have like tokens. If you exile them, they don't come back. So there's a lot of different uses for this card, but I don't think that this is a reason to be in blue. Like, I think if we're in blue, this card gets in, but I don't think because I have this card, I'm going to be like, wow, now I'm definitely in blue. You know what I mean? Obviously, anything that I talk about today, agree or disagree, let me know in the comments down below. Our foil in every pack, is Electro's Bolt, which actually looks incredible in foil. Holy crap, look at that. I like that a lot. Okay, sure. And I mean, it's removal. I'll take it. We have in our land slot, the lands could be regular basics, full art basics, or these duels, and then any of them could be foil as well, or non-foil. So here is a Savage Mansion in foil, green and red, and notably, these will be very helpful if we want to try to get Cosmic Spider-Man going. So that's a good thing to note. We also have a treasure token and a spider token. Okay, pack 2 with, again, our boy Spider-Man. The same art on the pack as on the back of the box, is that right? Yeah, it is. Okay, all right. Well, anyway, next we have, or we start with, I should say, in this pack, Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary. I love this art so much. Again, talking about Amy. Amy loves Miles Morales, so I'll try to give her this card as well. And we talk about web slinging, right, when it enters the battlefield. So there you go. We have Inner Demons Gangsters. We have Selfless Police Captain. This, for folks that are unaware, I talked about this during our big opening video. You can go check that video out on the channel as well, where we opened over $5,400 worth of product from this set. But anyway, Selfless Police Captain is Captain Stacy, Gwen Stacy's dad. Maybe we'll see more of her later, also known as Ghost Spider. But anyway, here's the Selfless Police Captain. Pretty good card. We have Doc Ock, Sinister Scientist. I actually really like this card. If you control another villain, like I said, very easy to get villains. If you control another villain, he has hexproof, just inherently, and he's a 5-mana 4/5. Very, very nice. And then obviously later on, he could become an 8/8, but still, what a great card for the villains deck. We have a Romantic Rendezvous. I don't love the flavor text on this card. It's incorrect context. Peter Parker, look, I'm a big Spider-Man fan, right? I told you I'm going to be talking about this. There is a card in this set that shows Mary Jane meeting Peter Parker for the first time, where she says, "Face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot." This is a Romantic Rendezvous where Peter Parker as Spider-Man is meeting up with with Mary Jane Watson with his mask off. He doesn't reveal his identity to her when she says that line. She says that line when they first meet. It's like very incongruous with the art and the flavor text. I'm just not a big fan of that. You can call me a geek if you want, but guess what channel you're on? So anyway, we move on to the next thing. We have, speaking of something I'm a geek for, because I'm a geek for all, but professional wrestler. I'm a big fan of professional wrestling. And shout outs to the late, great Macho Man Randy Savage, who was in the first Spider-Man movie as a professional wrestler. Bonesaw is ready. And in fact, this professional wrestler references that when Spider-Man first got his powers and he needed some money, he went to go try to compete in a professional wrestling ring. And that is what this is referencing. We have a mechanical mobster, a Scout the City with another depiction of Miles Morales on it. Very nice. We have a Superior Foes of Spider-Man as our first uncommon. That's not bad. These are the cards that care about, or red-green cares about, mana value 4 or greater. So there you go. There's an instance of that for us. A terrific team up. First of all, I love this art. It is absolutely incredible. But second of all, this is a very good card as well. And so I'm a big fan of this. And then we have a Flying Octobot. Actually, I do like this one. Another good card for the Villains deck. So, we've seen some stuff that stands out for the Villains deck in particular, which, again, is blue and black. But, we've seen some good green, too, right? Terrific Team Up stands out. Behind our third uncommon, we have... oh my god, yeah, we're definitely playing villains, man. We have Mysterio, Master of Illusion. I love this card so much. It may genuinely be one of my favorite cards in the set. When Mysterio enters, you make a 3/3 blue illusion villain creature token for each non-token villain you control. I'm telling you, we made a deck with 18 villains in it. This card, when it enters the battlefield, you make a 3/3 for every villain you control, including this one. So at minimum, this is 4 mana for 2 3/3s. Now, it does say exile those tokens when Mysterio leaves the battlefield, but in blue and whatever other color you're in, black, there are ways of protecting this card. So you just have some protection in the deck for this, counter spells, etc. You can make this card work. Even if you have to wait until turn 6 to play like 4 3/3s, I think that's okay. And so you can leave up a counter spell after playing this card to make sure that this doesn't get removed, and you can then presumably just kill your opponent on the next turn. This card's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Behind Mysterio, our foil. Oh my god, what another great card in Scarlet Spider Ben Reilly. This kid's great. This is a foil rare, pack foil rare, and this card's really good. If he was cast using web slinging, he enters with X +1/+1 counters on him, where X is the mana value of the returned creature. So inherently, he's a 3 mana 4/3, which is great. But if you web sling him in for 2, he just enters with extra counters on him, and he's trample. Incredible card. Absolutely incredible. I love this. And now it's making my life even more difficult. What are we supposed to play here? Anyway, we have a mountain, regular mountain, and a robot / food token. So this food token is what you would get from Hot Dog Cart. Maybe we'll see it later, maybe we won't. But anyway, here it is with that awesome looking New York hot dog. As New Yorkers ourselves, right? If you're unfamiliar, we are here in New York, as I mentioned. Champion Card Collector is here in Poughkeepsie, New York, which is not New York City, but it's actually pretty close to New York City in comparison. And also, if you're interested in checking out more stuff here at Champion and/or some information about coming here to the store, you can check out Champion's website. It's the top link in the description down below. We have Venom's Hunger. This art is sick, by the way, and this card is super annoying to play against. So, combines together to be a really great card for us to have, especially if we're trying to do the Villains deck, black and blue. We have Starling Aerial Ally as our next card. Not bad. This art is very interesting and unique. We have Doc Ock's Henchman. There's another villain. I would take it. Whenever this creature attacks, it connives, and it's a 3 mana 2/1 flash. Actually, you know what? Of all the villains, this is probably my least favorite, but if we need villains, I would play it nonetheless. But conniving, like, even if you're, like, flashing this in and attacking with it just so that it dies, maybe you know it's going to trade with something, and it allows you to still draw, then discard. So maybe you don't want to put a counter on it, and you're just going to discard an extra land in your hand. It's still a way to draw an extra card, so... Anyway, we have a Steel Wrecking Ball. This card is fine. I'm not a big fan of it personally, but it's fine. Steel Wrecking Ball, and this art is kind of cool. We have a grow extra arms. This is something that did happen to Spider-Man in the comics. His mutation did change at one point, and he did in fact grow extra arms, and he gets... This is actually really cool. 1 mana to give up to, or as little as 1 mana, to give +4/+4 at instant speed. Incredible. We have a Spider Islanders, very upsetting art. Probably the most upsetting art in the set, in my opinion, is Spider Islanders. And, but I mean, hey, getting this in for Mayhem, the Mayhem deck is very good. But getting this in for its Mayhem cost, a 2 mana 4/3 is very nice. Here is Hot Dog Cart, called it. When it enters, you make a food token, and then it's a mana rock as well. So again, could help us with Cosmic Spider-Man, but I think we're kind of farther away from that at this point, personally. But you can let me know in the comments, as always. Say, like, hey, in Kit 1, I would still play Cosmic Spider-Man, and that's totally fine. We have Skyward Spider, which is a pretty damn good card, I will say. Again, white-blue, cares about being modified. We opened Spider earlier, piloted by Penny, which is the another gold white-blue card. So, pretty nice. We have, oh my god, yes. Tombstone Career Criminal is the perfect card for the villain stack. Perfect. When it enters, you can return a villain from your graveyard to your hand, and while he's on the battlefield, your villain spells cost 1 less. You don't need this card, but it's incredible. This is so cool that we got Mysterio and Tombstone in the same kit. Absolutely, I would want to play villains with this kit so far. Very, very good. And we're only halfway through, not even halfway through. Speaking of a villain, but not in our colors, but we have Hobgoblin, Mantled Marauder. Very interesting. Okay. We also, and that's our second uncommon, and we have Web Shooters as the third. I don't know how I feel about this one. I guess it's fine. I mean, you can tap stuff, right, when you attack, so there's that. Behind it, our next card is another rare in Spinneret and Spiderling. Kind of cute. Does not work with the strategy that we are leaning towards, either Cosmic Spider-Man. Well, notably it's a spider, so I guess it would work with Cosmic Spider-Man, but it doesn't work with the villain stack. But it's a cool card nonetheless. And in fact, if we do go Cosmic Spider-Man, this 100% gets in. It cares about you attacking with 1 or 2 or more spiders. And if we didn't talk about what Cosmic Spider-Man does, at the beginning of combat on your turn, other spiders you control gain Flying, First Strike, Trample, Lifelink, and Haste. And he himself, Cosmic Spider-Man, has Flying, First Strike, Trample, Lifelink, and Haste. So yeah, the card is very, very good. But it means that if we're playing Cosmic Spider-Man, we're trying to play as many spiders as possible. This is a very good one. Behind it, our foil... yeah, is a foil Daily Bugle building. Very nice. Rare land. Or, sorry, uncommon land, my bad. But still, it looks very reflective on the foiling pattern. That's great. Love that. Okay. And so, yeah, we got one of the Web Mountains. I really like these full art lands. They're very cool looking. Again, as a fan of Spider-Man, it makes perfect sense. This is really great. And our first full art land is this mountain. We have a human citizen and copy token as well. All right, like I said, we're now halfway through. 3 more packs to go. 3 more packs already gone. These packs open differently than usual. Very strange. Okay, we have an Unstable Experiment. Absolutely gets in if we're playing the villain's deck. Very good card. Taxi Driver. This card's... it's whatever. We have Subway Train. If we're playing Cosmic Spider-Man, this card gets in no question. 2 mana of any color, of any 2 colors, and then you can pay a green to go get a basic. Super helpful to get Cosmic Spider-Man onto the battlefield. A Merciless Enforcers. It is a villain. It absolutely gets in. It's a 2/1 lifelink for 2, and for 4 mana you can ping your opponent, and it's with lifelink, so you also gain a life. Very, very good for the villain stack. We have Spider-Man Web Slinger. This is a very basic Spider-Man, right? It's got web slinging for 1, but otherwise it's just a 3 mana 3/3. So still pretty good. And again, if we're playing Cosmic Spider-Man, this gets in. But yeah, not bad. We have Pumpkin Bombardment. This card is super good for the Mayhem deck, which is what black and red wants to be in. but I would probably still play this in the villains deck. Even if you have to pay 3 mana to deal 3 damage, still totally fine. And if you have like random stuff, there are some villains that when they're in the graveyard, you can like exile them to have certain effects. So this would help you with that if you wanted to discard a card, pay 1, and then later on you could use that card from your graveyard to do other things. So that's pretty cool. We have a Spider Bot as well. This one, you can search for a basic, reveal it, shuffle, and put that card on top. I really dislike that effect. But if we were really trying to make fetch happen, and by fetch I mean Cosmic Spider-Man, then we could put this card in there to help us get those lands. We have a Spectacular Tactics as well. Not bad, not for this kit, but this is a pretty good card. I like it. We have a Silver Sable Mercenary Leader. I love this art so much. I find it very interesting that that Silver Sable is in this set. I mean, it's awesome, but I find it very interesting that they picked her as like such a specific, like a Spider-Man specific card or character, I guess. So that's really, really cool. And so now we have, after that, this was only our first uncommon, we have Craven, Proud Predator. He's a villain, but it would be very difficult to put him in the deck because he's red and green, 2 colors that we're not at all in. Oh, behind it, we have our alt art Spider, piloted by Penny. So this works within a panorama. If you go check out the end, spoilers, if you go check out the end of our long video where we opened 12 boxes of product, we show you both of the panoramas that we were able to complete, but this one is a way for us to maybe have that for ourselves. So that's really cool. Here is Spider, piloted by Penny. Behind it, yeah, we have our rare in Doc Ock's Tentacles. Okay, very interesting. I mean, this one's not bad, as long as you have creatures with mana value 5 or greater. It's pretty good, but I don't think we're going to do this in the villains deck. I think in the red-green deck, like if we did Scarlet Spider Ben Reilly, then I would put this in there, but otherwise probably not. Behind it, our foil is a foil common in Mob Lookout. We saw this one earlier in non-foil, and in foil it actually looks really cool. And again, for the villains deck, I would put in both of them, the last one and this one. And if we opened a third, I'd probably play a third. I don't know about a fourth, but I'd definitely play at least 3. This is really cool. And again, it talks about conniving, so there's ways of like discarding stuff, and so there might be even incidental mayhem cards in black. So yeah, Mob Lookout, pretty good. In our land slot, we have another dual land in University Campus. It is 2 colors that we don't have represented yet from Savage Mansion, so that could help us towards Cosmic Spider-Man. Kind of interesting. And we have a robot token / food. Very nice. 2 more packs to go. We're 2/3 of the way through. And we get, in this one, good start with Scorpion's Sting. I like this a lot. Obviously, incredible removal spell. 2 mana, -3/-3 on something. Instant speed, incredible. Wild Pack Squad, so there's Silver Sable in the background. Oh, there you go. Silver Sable doesn't accept second best. It's the Wild Pack Squad of human mercenaries. This art is like very white. That's crazy. Okay. Anyway, we have another Unstable Experiment. I would play 2. Incredible. Another Taxi Driver. Not a fan. I talked about that already. Subway Train. Again, helpful for Cosmic Spider-Man and Cosmic Spider-Man only, in terms of this kit at least. Lurking Lizards. Interesting. We have another Mob Lookout. There's a third. Okay, cool. Another Bagel and Schmear. Notably, I don't know of any deck that I would put this in of the ones that are in this. But I mean, I guess the Nosh aspect is pretty good to gain 3 and draw a card, but yeah, I don't know that there's a place for it in the 2 decks that we're trying to make right now. Robotics Mastery. I'm just not a fan of this card. Maybe I'm supposed to be, but I just don't like it. Personally. But anyway, this is our first uncommon. We have a Green Goblin Revenant. I don't know that we would be trying to splash red if we were in the villains deck, despite the fact that this is a villain, but obviously it wants to be in more of the mayhem strategy. 3/3 flying Death Touch, and when he attacks, discard a card, then draw a card for each card you've discarded this turn. Very, very blatantly like, hey, play me in a mayhem deck. So I don't think I would try to be splashing red for this guy. We have the Spots Portal. This I would absolutely play. 2 and a black, instant, put target creature on the bottom of its owner's library. You lose 2 life unless you control a villain. And again, if we're playing the villains deck, we would absolutely control a villain, so no issues there. And our next card is a rare in Ultimate Green Goblin. Notably, again, Green Goblins want to be in the Mayhem deck, even though you could play this for double black, so you could play this in the Villains deck. It is asking you, or requiring you, I guess, to discard a card every turn. Now, to be fair, you're making Treasure, so, like, arguably, maybe you're putting this in the Cosmic Spider-Man deck, but anyway, I wouldn't want to put this in the Villains deck, only because it requires you to discard cards, and I don't think there's enough incidental mayhem to make that worth it, personally. But it's a 3-mana 5/4, whether it's cast regularly or with mayhem. So let me know in the comments if you think this should go in the villain strategy. But this is our rare. Behind it, our foil is a foil common in Thwip, or Thwip, because it's got the exclamation point. It actually looks really cool in foil. I like that. Look at that. Very, very nice. Behind Thwip, a foil Savage Mansion. Okay, like I said, could be foil, could be non-foil. It's a little upsetting that it's the second Savage Mansion we've gotten. If we were to try for Cosmic Spider-Man, it makes it a little bit more difficult, because, like, you know, usually the 5-color deck wants to be heaviest green. As you saw, we have 2 subway trains. There are other cards in green that would help you cast your spells or ramp or search for lands or whatever. We also have a treasure and a spider. So having 2 Savage Mansion when we would probably have a bunch of basic forests as well in the deck is not great, and probably means that that's, like, one of the main reasons why we're not going to be doing Cosmic Spider-Man. There are other reasons, don't you worry, but still. This 100% gets in. Risky Research, because obviously, if it needed to be said, if we're not doing Cosmic Spider-Man, we're almost certainly doing villains, and so because of that, if we're black and green, or black and blue, excuse me, this gets in, no question. Great card. Surveil 2, draw 2, lose 2. We have City Pigeon. This is a very good card for really any white deck, but specifically web slinging, because when it leaves, you make a food, not when it dies. So if you web sling it away, you get to make a food. We have Beetle, Legacy Criminal, notably a villain, and you can, here's an example of a card that you can exile from your graveyard to get extra effects. So again, that's stuff where it says, you know, discard a card or something like that. This works really well for that, because it's a villain, so if you have it on the battlefield, helpful for the villain strategy. And if you discard it and it ends up in the graveyard and you get to exile it, also beneficial. So there you go, definitely gets in. We have a Shock, good old Shock, great card. We have another Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary. A Spider Manifestation. This card, again, with 2 Savage Mansions, a little rough. Again, maybe an argument for trying Scarlet Spider Ben Reilly, but again, the red-green deck wants to be doing mana value 4 or greater. Look, it says so right here. And I just don't feel like we have a lot of, like, big stuff that we've seen. I guess these 2 Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionaries are 5-drops, but still, I just don't know that we've seen big enough stuff personally to make that a great strategy to play. But this would be really good for Cosmic Spider-Man. It's just that, again, we also have 2 Savage Mansions, so it's all very samey, which is not, you want a little bit more diversity in there. Here is Spider-Man No More. I'm not in love with this removal spell, but it's still a removal spell in blue, and so it would get into the villains deck, kind of no question, because it's, you know, good enough, I would say. There is an Eerie Gravestone. I don't think I would play this one personally, even though you could activate it with 1 and a black. It does let you draw a card, but it's 2 mana, draw a card, and then later you can mill 4 and put a creature from among them into your hand. But again, not super beneficial to get stuff into the graveyard. We've seen 1 card that activates from the graveyard, at least that I can remember. So, I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of this card personally. Our first uncommon is Spider Slayer Hatred Honed, notably a villain, but it's I don't like this one. It's a 2-mana 2/1. Again, I guess another example of something that you can get from your graveyard, or use in your, well, it's in your graveyard, I should say. It is 6 mana to make 2 tapped 1/1 robots with flying, but still, I'm not in love with this one. If I'm, like, really hurting for villains, I would put it in, but it's not at the top of my list for sure. But that's our first uncommon. We have Spider Bite Web Warden. This is a pretty okay card, even though it is a hero, so it doesn't really go in the villains deck. I probably would still play 1, or this one. It's not bad. We have Aunt May as our third uncommon. She's pretty cool, not for any of the decks that we're trying to make, but still, pretty cool card. And then behind it, our next card is a rare in Interdimensional Web Watch. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards, and you can tap to add 2 mana in any combination of colors only to cast spells from exile. So notably, would have been really cool with Cosmic Spider-Man, but you can only cast spells from exile, so not as cool as we might think. Not a great rare for us. Our foil, yes, is a foil common in Angry Rabble. Okay, so, I mean, kind of a cool foiling pattern, I won't lie. So again, could work pretty well with the red-green deck, but that's it. So yeah, we're doing villains. That's what we're doing. We have a regular island. Didn't get to make Cosmic Spider-Man work, unfortunately, but that's fine. We have a treasure and a human citizen. Again, if you disagree with my assessment, please let me know in the comments down below. I appreciate it, or would appreciate it. And we will move on, because that is the end of Kit 1. We have 2 more kits to go. We are a third of the way there. Next is this kit. Like I said, we don't need to look at all the fancy stuff with this kit, because we already did that. So we will instead just get right into it. Now, the next kit that we have has a green D20. So we have red and green, Christmassy over here. So that can go over there for now. Leave this on the side. The one thing that we will look at, by the way, obviously, are the packs themselves. Those can go over there. And our promo foil, rare or mythic, oh, come on, is a promo foil rare in Peter Parker's Camera. Interesting one, this one. 1 mana artifact enters with 3 film counters on it. 2 tap, remove a film counter, copy target activated or triggered ability you control, and you may choose new targets for the copy. I don't know how I feel about this card. Obviously, you can go into basically any deck, so I would probably, I guess you all will have to let me know after we've opened if you've noted a lot of activated or triggered abilities that we could copy with this thing, because obviously you can go into any deck, so I think I just said that twice. But anyway, I'll leave that on the side. That's a big maybe. Our first pack in Kit 2 of 3. By the way, folks, if you're enjoying the things that we're doing here on this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. You'll get notifications whenever any of our videos come out, and we sure do a lot of videos, especially around pre-release time. We have another Thwip. We have an amazing Acrobatics. Not a bad card at all. Here's Spider-Gwen. We were talking about her. I mean, obviously, she's here too. I mean, I called her Ghost Spider because that's the other name that's used for her. But here is Spider-Gwen Free Spirit. We saw her dad earlier. We have Guy in the Chair, Ned Leeds. He does tap for 1 mana of any color, notably, and he has web support for 3 mana, and tap him. You can put a counter on a spider, only as a sorcery, but still very nice card. We have a Pumpkin Bombardment again, great card as well. We have a Spider Bot. We've seen these before. This is a new one. Oscorp Research Team. I'm not a big fan of this card personally. 4 mana, 1/5, and then for 7 mana you can draw 2 cards. Like I said, not a big fan. We have Web Shooters again, and it's our first uncommon. Rhino's Rampage. This one I like. Target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn, but it fights target creature and opponent controls. So notably, it's a fight, and then it says when excess damage is dealt to the creature, you can destroy up to 1 target non-creature artifact with mana value 3 or less. So a lot of caveats on this one, but it's still a fight spell. I don't love it as much, I won't lie, because of the fact that it's a fight and it's only +1/+0. But it is our second uncommon, and we can keep track of the fact that we have it if we need removal that badly. Behind it, our next card is another The Spots Portal. Still very good. I still love the Villains deck, obviously. Next. Ooh, very nice. So from the bonus sheet, we have a Rite of Replication. Very, very cool. Make a token that's a copy of a creature if it was kicked. So if you paid 9 mana for it, you make 5 copies of those tokens, or create 5 of those tokens instead. But still, 4 mana, make a token of a creature, copy of a creature. Not bad, not bad. And again, it's the bonus sheet, right? So it's interesting art for sure. Love that so much. My God. Okay, even though the Clone Saga, not everybody's favorite Spider-Man story, still really cool art, I will say. We have Rent is Due, probably my least favorite card in the set, but rent is probably everyone's least favorite thing when the rent is due. You can tap 2 untapped creatures and or treasures to draw a card, otherwise sack this enchantment. So you have to do it every single turn. I do not like this card at all. It's literally to draw a card. Yeah, not a good card at all. And our foil, foil common, Starling Aerial Ally. The art in this one, or the colors I should say in this one, very, very interesting. I like it. Yeah, it's not a bad card either. 5 mana, 3/4, something else gains flying until end of turn when it enters. Not bad. We have an Ominous Asylum as well. Did not see one of these before. Red-black dual land, and you can surveil one, as all the duels let you do. There is a Spider/Illusion Villain. This is the one that Mysterio makes that we saw earlier. Love that Mysterio card so much, y'all. So much. All right. Next, another Unstable Experiment. We saw one of those, obviously, or 2 of those, obviously, earlier. Another Romantic Rendezvous, another Professional Wrestler, another Scorpion Sting. It's a small set, man. What can I tell you? Another Spider-Man Web Slinger, another Mob Lookout, a Masked Meower. I also do not know what we're playing, right? I have no idea what cards we're using right now in this kit, but still. So, yeah, not bad, not bad. We have a Mechanical Mobster as well. Spider Slayer, Hatred Honed, first uncommon. Craven Proud Predator is the second. It's a cool card. And a Scarlet Spider Kane, first one of these we've seen. When it enters, you may discard a card if you do put a counter on him. And he himself has Menace of black or red. So 2 mana for a 2/1 Menace, or 1 mana Mayhem for a 2/1 Menace. Okay. And then our next card, wow, is Spectacular Spider-Man. Now, notably, if people are familiar with the set, this is the card that exists. There are like 4 or 5 different arts for this card with him in different costumes. You can only, to my knowledge, get this costume in play boosters, and all the other costumes are only accessible in collector boosters. And I say to my knowledge because I opened 6 boxes of collector boosters and did not see a single different art than this one. But they do exist, and I really want a Bombastic Bagman very badly. I love Bombastic Bagman. And if you don't know who that is, you should look it up because it's great. But anyway, it's Spectacular Spider-Man. I would play this card. He gains flying until end of turn for 1 mana, and then for 1 mana and sack him. Your creatures gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Incredible card. Absolutely incredible. Behind it, our foil is Stegron the Dinosaur Man. Yeah, that's right. It's a 5 mana, 5/4 Menace. I mean, this card is fine. I'm not in love with it. I won't lie. Still don't know what we're playing. We have a Full Art Swamp. Very nice card. And a Robot/Food token. Next, we have Professional Wrestler again. Another Scorpion Sting, another Wild Pack Squad, another Doc Ock Sinister Scientist, another Taxi Driver, another Hot Dog Cart, another Lurking Lizards, a Prowler Clawed Thief as our first uncommon. Not bad. I like this one a lot. Menace, and whenever another villain enters, you connive with this guy. Incredible for the villains deck. Very, very nice. We have a Spider UK. I like this one too. If 2 or more creatures enter the battlefield under your control this turn, you draw a card and you gain 2 life. And it's a 4 mana 3/4 or web slinging for 3. I like this a lot. Very, very good. We have another The Spots Portal. Wow. 2 of them in the same kit, huh? Very cool. And our next card is a second copy of Peter Parker's Camera. What a weird kit this is. It's a very weird kit. Okay. Behind Peter Parker's oh my god, why? Another Cosmic Spider-Man. Sure, why not? I mean, this card likes me. That's crazy. Okay, sure. Behind Cosmic Spider-Man, that's insane. Our foil? Yeah, is a foil. Ooh, that's a really nice looking foil. Foil uncommon in Sudden Strike. Look at that. The colors are incredible on that card. And in foil, it's really nice. Okay. Poor Black Cat. We have a Sinister Hideout behind it. I mean, Ominous Asylum and Sinister Hideout with Cosmic Spider-Man. I'm keeping an eye open. We have Treasure and Human Citizen tokens. We're halfway through. Next, we've got a Thwip. Same way we started the first pack, I believe, if I recall correctly, in this kit. Another amazing acrobatics. This is all looking very familiar. Spider-Gwen Free Spirit. Guy in the chair. Oh, okay. First Venom's Hunger of this kit. Not of the video, though. Another Oscorp research team, Mechanical Mobster, our first Chameleon, Master of Disguise. He can enter as a copy of a creature you control, except his name is Chameleon Master of Disguise. So notably, because of that, if his name is different, he does not break the legend rule. So if you wanted to make 2 Cosmic Spider-Men, you could. Just saying, I don't know why you would, but you could. Or really what I would do is have him enter as a copy of that Mysterio card that we got in the last kit, right? If you have them both in the same deck, because then you could make multitudes of 3/3s, which is really, really nice. We have another Spider Suit. Prison Break is our last uncommon, or our third uncommon. It says, return a creature from your graveyard to the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it, and you could mayhem it for 4. So we've got some interesting mayhem stuff, that's for sure. Behind it, our next card is a rare in Superior Spider-Man. Now, notably, even though he's in the villain colors, he is a hero, but it's got Mind Swap because Superior Spider-Man, if you're unfamiliar, is Dr. Octopus inside of Spider-Man's body. They swapped minds. You may have Superior Spider-Man enter as a copy of any creature card in a graveyard, except his name is Superior Spider-Man, and he's a 4/4 Spider-Human hero, in addition to his other types. When you do, exile that card. And it says, I will be Spider-Man. With my unparalleled genius, I shall become the superior Spider-Man, Otto Octavius. So yeah, Dr. Octopus switched minds with Spider-Man and was Spider-Man for a while. There was also a time where he was married to Aunt May. It was a whole thing. Anyway, comics are weird, and we can move on from there. Superior Spider-Man, not bad. Ooh, and another Scarlet Spider Ben Reilly. Again, same first one in this kit, but still, not bad. And our foil is a foil common in News Helicopter. That is an incredible foil. My God, look at that. I love that. Okay. Behind it, we have a second full art mountain of the video and a treasure/spider token. 2 more packs to go. We start with, if I can actually open it. There we go. We start with another Grow Extra Arms. Good to know. We've got a Risky Research again. Okay, interesting. We have another Thwip. That's 3 Thwips. My God. Okay, are we supposed to be doing a Spiders deck? Is that what's going on here? It seems like it. Maybe a couple, like 3 colors or so, like red, green, white or something, and just do a bunch of spiders and heroes and stuff. Amazing Acrobatics again. Spider-Gwen again. Jesus Christ. A Skyward Spider. Venomized Cat, first one of these we've seen. 3 mana, 2/3 Death Touch, mill 2 when it enters. Still don't understand why we're milling things, but okay. Bagel and Schmear. I mean, sure. Alien Symbiosis, I like this one. It gets +1/+1 and has Menace and is a symbiote for 2 mana, and then you can also cast this from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition to its other costs. Not bad at all. We have Shocker Unshakable as our second uncommon. This is a very good card. 6 mana, 5/5. During your turn, it has first strike, and when he enters, 2 damage to one of their creatures, 2 damage to their face. Very cool. And we have a Costume Closet. Not bad at all. Cares about +1/+1 counters, which I think is green and white. So we might be able to just put this into the deck if we're going green, red, white. But still, it's a good card. I would play it if we're in a white deck, kind of at all. Because Modified wants to be white-blue, but still, if you can get some +1/+1 counters. So actually, maybe I misspoke. Maybe it's white and blue, but still. Really nice. And I love all the different costumes. You got Future Foundation, regular, Iron Spider is over here and up there. Really, really cool stuff with all these costumes. Very good Easter eggs for big fans of the comics. Symbiote Spider-Man. Wow. A lot of blue and black spiders. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So maybe it's actually supposed to be, I'll have to figure it out. Because we've got a lot of spiders, hero spiders, in all sorts of different colors. My God. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, look at that many cards from the top of your library, put 1 into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. And it's a 2/4 for 3. And then you can put this card from your graveyard, exile it, and put a counter on a thing, and it gains the other abilities on this card. Interesting. And that's our rare, which means our foil is a whoosh. And it is really cool looking, actually, in foil. Really, really nice. Look at that. Okay. And it's 2 or 4, and you bounce a permanent to its owner's hand, and if you kicked it, draw a card. There's a swamp and a treasure/human citizen. This is a very weird kit, and I don't know what I would play with it. That's so interesting. It's what happens when 2 of your rares are the same artifact that could go in any deck. So weird. And you opened a Wooburg rare as well, or Mythic. Spider-Man Webslinger, whoosh. Stegron the Dinosaur Man, Kapow, our first Kapow. This is a very good card. Obviously, it's a sorcery as opposed to an instant, but it's not a fight. It's a bite. Or it is a fight. God, I'm so silly. But anyway, it's still better than the other one. The other one is +1/+0, right? But still, we have Kapow. Venom Evil Unleashed is a good one. 5 mana, 4/5 Death Toucher, and you can exile him from your graveyard, put 2 counters on a thing. It gains Death Touch until end of turn. Very nice. Another Venomized Cat. We have a Spider Manifestation. Okay. This one would help us big time in this kit. It's a spider. So again, we're talking about like playing as many spiders as we can. We have the, notably we have the Ominous Asylum and the Sinister Hideout. So we could help ourselves out quite a bit here. And probably try to do this spider strategy. I think we can make it work. We have another News Helicopter. Spider Bite Web Warden. Okay, sure. It's another spider, and it bounces one of your things. So if it's any of the ones that have Enter the Battlefield effects, not bad at all. We have Wall Crawl as our second uncommon. Oh yes, okay, silly me. I was like, I don't know how I feel about it, but no, I do. All of your spiders get +1/+1 and can't be blocked except by creatures with, or can't be blocked by creatures with Defender. Absolutely incredible card for this spiders deck that we are absolutely at this point making, for sure. And we have another Prowler. I mean, wow, Human Rogue Villain. Interesting. I wish these were in the last kit, for sure. Behind Prowler, maybe, like, because we got Symbiote Spider-Man, Superior Spider-Man, this, but, like, it cares about other villains entering, and Superior Spider-Man and Symbiote Spider-Man are not villains. Behind Prowler, our next card is... Wow. First of all, we have a foil Venom. It's Spider Ham Peter Porker, a Spider Boar hero. When he enters, you make a food. Other spiders, boars, bats, bears, birds, cats, dogs, frogs, jackals, lizards, mice, otters, rabbits, raccoons, rats, squirrels, turtles, and wolves you control get +1/+1. But guess what? He is a lord for spiders. So yeah, I think we're definitely doing this spiders deck. It's just that, what colors are we doing? I think we're like, because if we're doing all the colors, then we're doing Cosmic Spider-Man as well, but we didn't get a lot of fixing, so that's really rough. Interesting. Okay, maybe we're doing like red, green, blue? I have no idea. This is really tough. I'd love your thoughts down in the comments below. Maybe you could help me out. But yes, behind Spider-Ham, you saw we had Venom, Evil Unleashed as well. It's a really, really sick foil. It's kind of like washed out a little bit, I won't lie, but I feel like every art of this card is super washed out. So like in foil, it's kind of no different. Like I don't know what we were expecting, I guess, but still. And then behind Venom, we have a regular island and a robot/food. That's kit 2. What a weird one. Very, very weird kit. Again, I don't know how to feel about that one either. But, well, actually, no. I knew what to feel about the first one. I don't know what to feel about this one. But okay, that's 2 out of 3 kits, which means, last but not least, so far we've opened 2 different colors of dice, red and green, if I can get this thing open quickly enough. There we go. I will say these open a lot easier than the last few kits have, so that's fun. Oops, I dropped it a little, but it's fine. Everything's fine. There we go. Next, we in fact do open a duplicate. It's another red D20. Okay, that's fine. I can trade for more stuff this weekend. Don't you worry. I'm sure you were very worried. We have the packs themselves. Those will go over there. We have all these inserts that we don't care about right now. And we have our promo foil, rare or mythic. And it is, in fact, a promo foil, rare. In Multiversal Passage, which is, my god, absolutely gorgeous in foil. Absolutely gorgeous. It's gorgeous on its own, but it is gorgeous in foil. And it's a Shockland. It's a choose your own chocolate. Very, very nice. Obviously, if we're in 2 colors, we could just put that in, no question. But, of course, that doesn't help us know what colors we're playing. It's just, kind of gets into any deck that's 2 or more colors. So, there you go. We have a Daily Bugle Reporters. I don't hate that card. It's not bad. Passenger Ferry, I'm not as in love with. It's fine, I guess. Good old Staten Island Ferry. I guess leave it in the comments if you've ridden the Staten Island Ferry. Let me know, because I have. It's fine. I mean, we're New Yorkers, right? So we're a little bit more used to it, but maybe somebody who's never done something like that before, it would be like a bit more of a novelty. So I'd love to hear from you. Let me know. We have Shock. I love this art. The flavor of it is great. It's Shocker, because of course. We have Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary. Not a bad, we have it again, I should say, right? We had it last time, doing this first one for this kit. We have Inner Demons Gangsters. Not bad. We didn't talk about this before. I love this art so much. We haven't seen the card in this video yet, but these are the minions or gangsters of Mr. Negative, who is a mythic in white and black in the set. We have a Pumpkin Bombardment. Hell yeah. We have a Spectacular Tactics. Not bad, not bad. Another Spider-Man No More. We saw this earlier. Another Silver Sable. Mercenary Leader is our first uncommon. Craven Proud Predator is the second. And the Spots Portal again is the third. That's our 4th Spots Portal of the video. Crazy. Which means behind it, our next card is Jackal, Genius Geneticist. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value equal to Jackal's power, copy it, except the copy isn't legendary, and then put a counter on Jackal. That's a weird, mini game that you're going to be playing with yourself. Okay. So you have to play him for 2, then you have to play a 1-drop, he becomes a 2-2, then you have to play a 2-drop again, he becomes a 3-3, then you have to play... Oh, God. So difficult and weird. Okay. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you like playing this minigame. It seems to me like it's bad. Our foil is a Romantic Rendezvous. That looks really cool. The background, of course, looks really nice in foil. I like that a lot. Okay, great. Behind it, another Savage Mansion. Card really likes us, huh? Okay. Amy's not here, but Amy is Gruel all the way. Go check out our Video Games for All channel. Link in the description down below. We have a Treasure and a Human Citizen token. Where all of our Pokemon games, our character is named Gruel, so in honor of Amy's color identity as a person. We have Doc Ock's Henchman again. We have another Steel Wrecking Ball, been a bit, but it's here. We have another Grow Extra Arms, Risky Research, whoops. We have a City Pigeon, that's a good card. A Lurking Lizards, as you saw, good card. Skyward Spider, nice. Venomized Cat, Spider's Man, Heroic Horde. This is actually a pretty interesting card. 2 mana 2/3 is great. 6 mana 2/3 you'd be a little surprised by, but it has Web Slinging for 6. But when Spider's Man enters, if they were cast using Web Slinging, you gain 3 life, and you make 2 more 2/1s, or you make 2 2/1 green spider creature tokens with a reach. So it's a 2/3 and 2 2/1s for 6 mana. And you bounce something to your hand that I guess hopefully you're hoping can come back in and use its enter the battlefield effect or something like that. So very interesting. Spider's Man, Heroic Horde, our first uncommon. We have another Prison Break with Rhino and Tombstone again. Can't tell who this is down here, but nice. We have Flash Thompson's Spider Fan. We have not seen Agent Venom yet, but Agent Venom is Flash Thompson, or Flash Thompson is Agent Venom, but he is also in this set, in I guess both ways. So this is a 2 mana 2/2 with Flash, because of course he's Flash Thompson, and when he enters you can tap and or untap creatures, which is not bad at all. And again, notably, if you're tapping something, it helps out with Web Slinging, so that you don't have to worry about surviving an attack to be able to get your Web Slinging in. Behind Flash Thompson, we have our rare in a Bio-Organic Carapace. This is a weird one, for sure. When it enters, you automatically attach it to one of your creatures. The creature gets +2/+2, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card for each modified creature you control. And its equip cost is 2, and it's 4 to play. So not bad at all. Modified is cool. I actually really like the modified strategy, and notably, this automatically modifies something. So you would at least draw one card, because this, if it's on something, is now modified, or that creature is now modified. Behind it, do we have our foil next? We do. It is a foil uncommon in Shriek Troublemaker. It is a mutant villain, which is interesting, because Shriek is also the name of one of the symbiotes, right? Or that she eventually becomes a symbiote, I think. But anyway, or gets one. But it's a legendary mutant villain. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may discard a card. When you do, a creature can't block this turn, and whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, she deals 1 damage to that player. Interesting. Okay. Not bad at all. Behind it, a foil Sinister Hideout. Okay, blue and black. We got one of these earlier, but not in foil. That's pretty nice looking. Then there is a robot/food token as well. Okay, I mean, we're still early on in this kit, but I, again, kind of don't know what I'm playing. I was about to say what I'm doing. That's just in life, Joe. We have a Grow Extra Arms again, another Risky Research, another City Pigeon, Beetle Legacy Criminal, Shock, Spider Islanders, Eerie Gravestone, Flying Octobot, first uncommon, Spider Slayer Hatred Honed, and Aunt May. All dupes so far. Our next card is a Scarlet Spider Kane, notably still a duplicate and still an uncommon. And our next card, our rare or mythic, I suppose, is a rare in Cheering Crowd. Notably could be played in red or green, and does say, this is a really interesting one. I talk about like mini games within the game, right? At the beginning of each player's first main phase, that player may put a counter on this. If they do, they add a colorless for each counter on it. Well gone are the days of mana burn. So this is actually kind of a cool ability, because your opponent probably won't do it, but you can every single turn. And if they do, then you're just they're making your creature bigger for them to get lands. So, or mana, I guess. Not bad at all. Behind Cheering Crowd, our foil, yes, is an amazing, ooh, gorgeous, amazing acrobatics in foil. I love that. Look at that art, and the foiling pattern is amazing. Looks really nice in foil. I like that. Okay. Next is a Plains and a Spider/Illusion Villain again. Not bad, not bad. 3 more packs to go in the video. We have another Selfless Police Captain, Doc Ock Sinister Scientist, love that, Romantic Rendezvous, Professional Wrestler, Scorpion Sting, very good removal spell, Wild Pack Squad, Bagel and Schmear, News Helicopter, Spider Suit is the first uncommon, Raging Goblinoids is the second, first one of these we've seen. This art is great. I imagine this card would be incredible in foil, and if I opened one in the big video, I just don't remember. I'm sure I did, though. We have another Spider, piloted by Penny, and our next card is another Mysterio. You are damn right. Okay, Jackal notably is a villain, so we have already a villain rare. We could also play Cheering Crowd, even though they're not villains. That's super interesting. I like this card so much, man. I really, really do. We've gotten some decent villains, right? Okay. Behind Mysterio, our foil, yes, is a foil Pictures of Spider-Man. And it is an artifact, and it looks really cool in foil, actually. I really like that. Look at that. Yeah, I like that quite a bit. Okay. Am I going to play this? Sack it to make a treasure. Look at the top 5. Yeah, I don't like this card very much. It just looks cool in foil. Ooh, Full Art Island. Very nice. Yes, please. And a treasure/spider token. Very nice. All right. Next. 2 packs to go in our last kit. We have another Beetle Legacy Criminal. Yeah, so we could do a villains deck again, I suppose. We have Shock again. Spider-Man. Brooklyn Visionary. We have an Inner Demons Gangsters. Yes, please. Daily Bugle Reporters. Spider Manifestation. Okay. Okay, not bad. We have a Hot Dog Cart. Also not bad. It's a mana rock. I don't think we'll need to splash a third color, but if we did, Hot Dog Cart would get in. We have a News Helicopter. Another wall crawl. I don't think we would use it in this deck, at least not yet. But in the last kit, it was very good for that. That's our first uncommon. We have Spider Bite Web Warden. Again, in the villains deck, would I play this one? Yeah, probably. It still bounces a thing. Not bad at all. And it's it doesn't say you control, so you can do it to yourself, to your opponent, whatever the case may be. And we have an Alien Symbiosis again. Very good for the villains deck. Not bad at all. And so, our rare or mythic, I guess, right, is... Or actually, I guess it's our next card. It is still a rare, and it is the Death of Gwen Stacy. Definitely would play this card. It's very good. I mean, literally 3 mana, destroy a creature, right? At worst, that's what it does, and that's amazing. It is sorcery speed, of course, but still. Each player may discard a card. Each player who doesn't loses 3 life, and then you can exile a number of target players' graveyard. So really, this is just to destroy a creature, right? Behind it, our foil. Yeah, is a foil Risky Research. Okay, actually, that looks really cool in foil, too. I like the green energy here, over here. The red light up here looks good. Even the background a bit, too. Very, very nice. Okay. And a foil regular Swamp as well. Not bad. I mean, obviously, like, this is the, like, shiny part here. Everything else is very dark on this Swamp, but still, we have a Treasure / Human Citizen. One last pack to go. In the video and in the third kit, don't forget to let me know what you think. What kind of a deck you would make in the comments down below. We've got Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary, another Inner Demons Gangsters, another Daily Bugle Reporters, another Passenger Ferry. Would I play this in the villains deck? Make another target attacking creature can't be blocked this turn? I don't know. I don't know if we need it, to be honest, because it's only when this vehicle attacks, so I don't know. We have an Electro Bolt, that's a good one. Mob Lookout, nice for the villains deck, nice. Masked Meower, again. The card's fine, I guess. We have a Mechanical Mobster, Sun Spider Nimble Webber. During your turn, it has flying, and when it enters, search for an aura or equipment, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. Notably, works really well with the Bioorganic Carapace, that's for sure. And we wouldn't, if we're doing this in the villains deck, then we're not doing Bioorganic Carapace, because we would be doing this for just the blue. So I don't know about this card in this deck, I won't lie. First uncommon, though, School Days is the second. I guess this one's, yeah. Countering a spell and drawing a card, not bad, not bad. And a Pictures of Spider-Man again. Still don't like the card, personally. But anyway, our next card is another Doc Ock's Tentacles. I mean, do we have big stuff again? I'm not so sure. If we do, it gets in, but if we don't, it kind of doesn't. Behind Doc Ock's Tentacles, our foil? Yes, is a foil common in Spider-Bot. Okay. Not bad. I mean, it's okay. The like gleam on it right here is cool in foil, but that's about it. We have another Sinister Hideout. Yeah, 2 of those. All right. So I guess we're gonna again do the villains deck. A little boring, but fine, I suppose. And a Robot / Food Token. Okay. I mean, look, we did it. I would say the first kit was the best one that we opened by a lot. We got a promo foil mythic and a pack foil rare in Ben Reilly, Scarlet Spider Ben Reilly. We talked about people not liking the Clone Saga, but I do like this card, even though Ben Reilly is a clone of Peter Parker from the Clone Saga. But still, this is what we opened today. I do want to remind you that we are here today at Champion Card Collector in Poughkeepsie, New York. Like I said, the top link in the description down below will take you to Champion's website. If you're anywhere near the Poughkeepsie, New York area, especially for pre-release, but really all year round, they have incredible events going on at the store. You can check out their website, like I said, and you should come out to the store if you can. I want to thank them for having us here today, because this is so much fun. If you did not get to see the other video that we made here today, looking around the store at all of the other people who were participating in tonight's pre-release and all the cool things that they opened, you should definitely do so. That video will be linked here at the end for you, I'm sure, at some point. So thank you so much for watching this. Thank you to Champion again for having us. Please feel free to check us out further there are a lot of other links in the description down below. I mentioned we have a Video Games for All channel. We also have a Gluten Free for All channel. So if you know someone in your life who has that particular type of eating restriction, you should check it out. Amy, my wife, does an incredible job of reviewing gluten-free food items, whether it be cooking that food and or snacks. So you should check that out. And then we have a link to our community Discord. We'd love to have you come join us over there. And then last but not least, if you're interested, we would appreciate it if you would consider supporting us on Patreon. Thank you all once again for watching. We really hope you enjoyed. I love this. I love Spider-Man. I love Marvel. So thank you for bearing with me and all of my descriptions of these cards. If you want to hear more, let me know in the comments down below. I appreciate the feedback. And for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I've been Joe from here at Champion. And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.